And we're on.
All right. Welcome, everybody. It's a bit dodgy today because Streamlabs OBS is being its usual weird self. Isn't it like there's a different problem with it every single week?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what you get with new software, though. So, welcome, everybody, once again to Kureon. We're back again for another week. I am, of course, your Dungeon Master, Stuart, and this is the rest of my party. Because we've been having some difficulties, let's get right into it without any further ado. So, when last we left our adventurers, they found themselves entering Dark City, crypt home to the humans, but they found it to be called Kalraz Horkel, an ancient dwarven hold in the mountains known as the Needling Spire. Wandering through the darkened halls, they discovered that something terrible had happened here. Twisted figures walked the streets. Dangerous creatures nestled in hallways and corridors. And the black shadows themselves, which seemed to stick to the floors and creep in an eerie mist, took physical form. After fighting their way to the dilapidated Temple of Moradin that lay at the end of the Forge Quarter, they came across one such shadow that turned to physical form, and after slaying it, found themselves opening the doors to the temple itself. And a single voice rang out from within and said, "Hello?" And that is where we will pick right up. You have just heard a voice. The interior of the Temple of Moradin is dark. Those of you with dark vision can see a once beautiful interior. Bronze and inserts, chiseled stone that has been smoothed down to a shine is now dilapidated, broken, scuffed, rusted, oxidized. Much of the furnishings lay broken and battered. The long central corridor, flanked by pews that made up the interior here, is, for the most part, completely broken. You cannot hear where the voice originally came from. It seems there's no movement inside.
I was the only one who heard that, right?
No.
No, I heard it too.
Was it in common?
No, it was in Dwarvish.
I will say hello in Dwarvish back.
Is that the darkness?
No.
You can't take me.
Well, we all speak a Dwarvish of her.
I can translate.
Thank you.
I'll just say back. We've come to help.
No help. Nothing that can be done. Nothing.
I'm not from here. I'm from Kalraz Kazagar.
Don't know where that is.
It's far away, but I am of your kin.
No, there's none of us left. We perished. They're all gone. All. No, they're gone.
Okay, I just looked to everyone like, what do we do?
I mean, we could try to help this poor soul. If they're able to be helped.
Now that the voice has said more, do we get more of an idea whereabouts in the room they are?
Make a perception check.
I would be looking as well.
Okay.
Perception. 18.
9.
So you can hear the acoustics of this room, and you can make out the origin point of this. One of the pews towards the front of the area, one of the remaining ones, stone pews, unbroken. The voice appears to be coming from behind there.
And with my dark vision, am I able to see any bodies around there? Like, is it quite clearly someone there, or are they hiding behind it?
They're hiding behind it.
Right.
There are skeletal remains in here, though.
Right. I'll point out
Three-
where
you can see
were.
three, from where you're stood, you can see three separate skeletons. A couple of them are on pews, and one of them is sort of splayed out on the floor. The two on pews are sort of sat up.
Willona, Tilly, can you make as much light as you can? Is your drift globe thing still working?
Yeah, the drip globe would still be on.
Yeah, it lasts indefinitely. You can only daylight it for once.
I can certainly try, and I'll just basically cast daylight on myself.
Okay, so that's 60-60, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
It's 30-30.
I think, well, no, because light's 20-20. So.
I'm pretty sure it's just 30-30. Let me double check.
60-60.
Is
Yeah,
it
60-60.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, so as the light shines out, you hear scrambling from the corner. No.
Look down to gun. Do you want me to turn it off, or?
I'll just like turn to address the person and say, "Look, we're bringing light. We've come to cleanse this place, to reclaim it.
I cannot.
You don't have to. That's why we're here."
No. The light. I
Oh.
cannot.
I just like
Turn it off.
I kind of needed to see.
That's why you have the drift globe.
you got like a dimmer switch. Put it down to a nice like soft mood light.
Produce flame, I guess.
Can thaumaturgy the light.
I'll just hold flame in my hands. Or hand.
It'll have to do.
The figure doesn't seem to be coming out.
I will slowly and carefully, non-aggressively approach.
It's tough for Gun.
It is tough because, you know, she's an aggressive lady, but
So as you move in to the room, you hear the figure go, turn out the lights, turn out the lights.
I'm just gonna stay by the door and keep the produce flame.
I just keep going.
Okay. Are you going to where they are?
Mm-hmm.
So, as you walk down the aisle here, you turn at the end and you see, cowering behind one of these pews, holding the remains of their clothing over their heads, trying to protect themselves from the light, is a dwarf. Or at least, shape of a dwarf. Pale grey skin. Completely bald.
Wait, grey skin?
Yes.
As in, not actual dwarf or dwerga? Or just like... Did you just fucking shrug? I would know the difference, surely.
You've never met one?
Yeah, but I know what dwarves look like.
Looks like a dwarf.
Alright.
A very emaciated dwarf.
Okay. I would reach out with a hand, very slowly, and say, I'm Gunhild.
No. Turn out the light.
And I'll just be like, can the lights! Just kill him! Sorry, Tilly!
Yeah, I guess I'll turn the... Can I turn it off? I assume I
Yeah,
can.
you can turn it on and off.
Okay,
So-
good.
So the drift globe fades away and the produced flame flickers out. Ronan and Tilly, you are instantly plunged into utter blackness. Look, you see now, they take the ramshackle remains of what looks to be essentially a burlap sack off of their head. You see a very shrunken, emaciated looking face. The cheeks are, cut in. The eyes are just very sunken into the head. Rings upon rings upon rings around them. The actual eye itself is completely white. And they are completely bald.
Not Colin.
Hello.
What's your name, friend?
What is that name? It's on the right page.
He starts coughing him out.
Tomic.
Tomic. Okay, Tomic. Well, I'm Gun. These are my friends.
Hello.
So, are you alone here?
Yes.
Ooh, that reverb's back.
I know!
Ooh. I need a little technical difficulty sign.
Hello. You still there?
Yeah, okay.
All
So,
right.
Tomic, how long have you been here?
I don't know.
Okay. Is it okay if some of my friends have a little, tiny little bit of light? They can't see in the dark like us.
No. The
Does
light
it hurt you?
kills.
It kills. Hey, Walona,
Yeah,
can I just borrow you for a second?
sure. And slowly walk up.
Say, Tomic, this is my friend Walona.
I'll say hi back to him in Dwarvish.
Hello.
Will you just tell her, about what you just told me, the light, what it does?
It kills. I am weak. I can't.
Do you mind if I potentially take a look at you there, bud?
No, no touching. No touch.
I'm not gonna touch you. I'm just gonna take in what I see.
Okay, make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Just because this is weird and light kills, it's odd. You said investigation?
Actually, I'll make a medicine check. Medicine instead.
Okay. I mean, either way, it's still a straight roll, so that's a 7. Wait. No, sorry. 11.
I mean, the figure looks incredibly emaciated. They look like they haven't eaten in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously what you would say were dehydrated as well.
But there's no, obvious wounds or anything.
No obvious wounds. I mean, they're covered in little scratch marks, like little scar marks and scratches. Their palms are incredibly calloused.
Does the light kill you, or does it kill the shadowy creatures?
Me.
Is that what happened to all of your friends?
No.
What happened to them?
No.
Can I insight check this fucking thing?
Sure.
Yeah, same.
There's a clatter in the background as Tilly walks into the back of a pew.
It's a stone pew.
It's
That, yeah. You stub your toe. Your speed reduced by 10 feet.
Oh.
I rolled a 19, so that's 18.
It's a 22 for me.
This creature's telling the truth.
But light's not what killed his friends.
Yeah.
Did you kill your friends?
No. And you see now he's getting more and more agitated. He's shifting and twitching and looking around. And the classic signs of a lot of anxiety and panic.
I can do something about the panic, but I really don't want to waste another spell. I have one left.
Okay, I will I like lightly touch Willona and pull her back a couple of steps just to give him space. I say, Tomic, my friends and I battled very hard to get here. Can we rest in a corner somewhere away from you?
Yes.
We'll give you space.
Points behind you towards the altar.
Okay. We'll be over there, okay? No.
Look.
I look.
Yeah.
So as you look over, you can see, dimly making out with your dark vision, there is another body in here. Make a religion check. Just you, Gunhild. Fortunately, Willow, no.
7!
Okay. So you look upon this, and even though your knowledge isn't that good, you grew up in a Kalraz, and everything here with seeing the figures at the barrier before, this is a high priest of Moradin. This is the high priest of Moradin for this hold. That is their corpse. And clutched in their hands is a medallion, a sigil, that's about 8 inches across, stamped with the seal of Moradin. Their armor is still resplendent. However, their ceremonial robes are tattered, moth-eaten.
He's been there a while.
Bit feisty.
There is no skin left.
Gross.
There's no hair left. It is simply a skeleton. Dusty and old.
Okay. What the fuck has he been surviving on?
Why is everyone pointing in that direction? What's so special about this one?
Tomic, that's his name?
Yes.
Is there a place where we can go where the light will not affect you while we rest? No?
I not safe outside. Closed doors. Not safe. Darkness.
Yeah, at this point, Ronan has been at the back. When the drift globe was on, he was like with the bow still drawn, watching the creatures, because we remember we seen them on the roofs. And then when the light went out, he's like just been frantically like swapping at any small sound now, like really panicky, but still in the doors.
Okay.
Guys, in terms of having a rest, I actually have a solution to that will benefit everybody. I can make a space for us that won't affect him, but where we can get the rest we need.
All right. Okay.
And you can do it as a ritual.
I can. So in which case, I'll find whichever corner we want to, whichever section of the temple we want to shack up in, and I will ritual cast Layman's tiny hut.
Yeah.
And on the outside, it'll be black on the outside, but it doesn't really make a difference because you will be able to see it anyway.
Because it is dark, yeah.
Yeah.
And dark vision is monochrome.
But on the inside, it's nice and light for everyone who wants to come in.
Which I assume is almost.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
just-
one ration from my pack and put it down, and then walk away.
Okay. Are you just going into the hut? Are you leaving the doors open or are you closing them?
Oh, closing
She
them. I
closed the
assume that's
door.
what we
Yeah.
did after we
No.
came in.
Okay. Well, all of you apart from Gunhild and Walona were just stood at the door. For that.
Maybe I didn't understand the word that was said, if it was all spoken in Dwarvish.
Good point. My apologies.
So, you close the doors. You taking your rest?
I wouldn't mind one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I need to have a good kip.
I could go for a rest. Was
Mhm.
on full health.
So, Tonic sits and watches.
You didn't go for the food?
No. Did not touch it.
Oh, I'm
We
so
keep
glad
wa-
that we have Liam's tiny hut to sleep in.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's not one of the creatures that is allowed in. Just saying.
Okay.
Did we keep watch as well?
I mean, we
Don't
can
think we
do,
need to.
Best.
but we're kind of protected in here. But if it makes everyone feel any better having someone awake, then by all means. But
I imagine
On the
Gun would
week-
be awake. She'd stay up for as long as she possibly could and still get the full rest.
Okay.
Amari's very uncomfortable in this underground thing situation, so I would want to keep a watch as well.
All right. So as you take your rest for the evening, it's not long before the sound begins. Darkness outside means that the creatures have begun moving. And the baying sound, the snarling, the scratching against the walls, the tearing, you can hear them at each other's throat. You can hear the horrid sounds of death. You can hear just this horrendous cacophony outside, and your sleep is not sound. It is enough, but it is not a peaceful sleep. But eventually, you awake. Tonic is in exactly the same spot they were when you went. They have not moved. They have just simply been staring at you this entire time.
that's not creepy.
Cool.
I don't like it.
I don't suppose the people that can see in the dark explain how creepy he's being to
Oh
us.
yeah, no, you would definitely know.
Oh no, yeah, you get
Cool.
filled in.
It's information I needed.
Oh no. Tilly's like, stop being weird, punch.
Yeah, I don't exactly trust them.
Creeps.
Is
I
that
don't either.
normal, the way they look?
I really don't know. I've never seen a hold like this before.
Scared of the dark, scared of the lights?
It's
Usually they pick one or the other.
I mean, it sounded a little bit more than scared of the light, of the whole it being killed thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not heard of many good things that get killed by light.
We did never notice any fangs while I was talking, just to be sure, right?
You notice the fact that they have no teeth at all.
All right.
Did you ask
The real
how
Tessie.
they got that way?
well, I didn't really get much in response from him. I can try again.
I guess.
I don't know if there's any other stuff I'd see. I don't know how useful they'll be. They're very well, they're very unlike a Dalek.
I have a feeling their mind is not all there.
Yeah.
So what's the plan then? Because if we're not going to get much out of them, we need to get something out of somewhere else.
Can I cast a spell while inside the hut so Tomek doesn't see it?
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Ritual Cast Detect Magic and then walk around casually, see if anything pings.
Indeed, 3 things ping.
Ooh.
All of them on the High Priest. The remains of the High Priest. The medallion pings. It's less a medallion, it's more like, it's the size of a dinner plate, really. The armor pings, and the belt they're wearing pings, which you couldn't see until you moved them slightly.
I want to wave gun over so we're out of earshot of Tomek.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a quick look around. There's some quite powerful magical items, I think, on the priest. You pointed out him earlier. I couldn't understand you, but is there something special about him?
He's the high priest. Like this, he runs this temple. This would basically the guy
Was.
Do I know what any of it could possibly be?
I mean, high priests are known to wear magical items because Moradin is a god of crafting.
Mm-hmm.
So having magical items is sort of a reverence to them. So high priests often have magical items.
Mm-hmm.
Magical items of this high priest are still on their phone.
Moradin, forgive me. I'm going corpse looting.
No laws against that in Moradin's eyes.
No, I mean, I'm making use of the items that were crafted. It'd be a waste to leave them all dusty. So slowly just start disrobing this priest.
You do. I want to make sure that our buddy is not going to lose whatever's left of their mind. Tonic. Can we touch the high priest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Take.
Okay, go for it, gun.
Hey, pop. Obviously, that's not what she said.
Just super reverent.
Those classic sounds of grave robbing.
Hey, Lamau.
So, you find that the armor that they were wearing is a breastplate. Medium armor. Is this wonderful dwarven design. Is that dark, sort of satin finish steel, where it's not reflective but it's shiny, with the brass trims to it. It is still immaculate after all this time. And the belt is a heavy, supportive, like a weightlifter's belt, like a championship belt style. And on the front, it shows the regal visage of a tall-headed figure. It's like it's not a full figure; it's just the head in a marbled metal.
Ooh.
And it's like ordinary proportions, but very square. And then the top of the head is very tall, and sort of topped off.
Okay.
It's bald.
About the medallion.
The medallion is not wearable. They're holding it like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It sounded like the shape of the thing that goes in that wall.
I was thinking.
Good thinking, Tilly.
I mean, that was out of character. I can't see in the dark, so I have no idea what you're doing right now.
Good thinking, Aaron. But yeah, I'll hand the medallion off, but I'm like with the belt, like, yeah. I'm just gonna pop that shit on.
So you're gonna spend some time this morning.
Also the breastplate. Who wants this? Who can use this?
It's medium armor.
Medium armor, I can.
Breastplate is 14 plus dex maximum of 2. And it doesn't give disadvantage on stealth checks.
Yeah, I could use that actually.
Alright, I'll
Okay.
hand it over to Ronan. I don't mind the...
Only if no one else needs
Cobwebs.
it. If anyone, I don't like being all up in it anyway. So if there's someone going to be closer that needs it, that's fine.
So,
I don't think anyone else can use it.
I mean, I
Apart
can,
from
but I don't
Laura.
want to.
Suits you best, yeah.
I'm more of a light armor kind of guy.
there is your belt of stone giant strength gun. And for you, Ronan, +1 dwarven breastplate.
Whoa, my chair broke. That's how excited I was.
So that is 17 AC with that dwarven breastplate. And while wearing it, you have +1 to physical saving throws as well. Strength, dex, and con.
You're muted.
Yeah, no, that was fine. I knew it was muted.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he was like, oh baby.
And the belt of stone giant strength sets your strength to 23.
Yeah, it does.
Dang.
Oh.
So you could say her guns got upgraded.
Just put it on and just suddenly woof. She gets
Saying
another
too.
stack of abs.
It's 12 pack now. Buy one, get one free.
Jesus, +6, that's just mean.
Gonna please nerf.
So,
Also, I'm gonna pick up my ration that I put down since he didn't touch it.
it's gone completely moldy. The biscuit has turned to dust.
Oh wow, that was quick.
Okay,
Okay,
that's very suspicious.
that's good to know. To be honest, it's a nice little experiment. I'm not gonna take that back. I'm good.
So, what would you like to do this morning? Tomic is still watching all of you.
Well, I'd like to leave this chapel for a start. I think that's a good move for us.
Oh, I'll show everyone the big medallion-y thing.
As you pick it up, it is extraordinarily heavy.
Don't mind, baby. I got 23 strength now. Oof.
But it is, like, even for you, it feels heavy.
Yeah.
This is, you're not quite sure what it's made of, but it is ridiculously heavy. You're probably estimating somewhere in the region of 90 to 100 kilograms in this 8-inch disc.
Fucking hell.
8-inch disc, about 2 inches thick.
Jesus.
Please don't drop it on my foot.
Tristan, where are you?
Just walking around away from that.
Does that
But yeah,
go anywhere? What is it? I don't know anything about dwarves. I'm sorry if I'm.
I'm not
well,
entirely
it kind
sure.
of, it kind of looks like, you know, that weird force fieldy thing from before.
Oh shit.
I mean, I don't know how the sizes compare, but I mean, it's the symbol of Moradin either way, and I
Do
don't
we
know.
want to open that?
That's the only
Might-
place to go after this.
That's what I was thinking.
Tomic, can you
Yes.
understand me? Yeah. Do you know anything about this force field that we encountered in one of the corridors?
Sort of looks at you blankly.
Translate. My
Oh.
accent's gonna be shit, but you know.
Interior.
Interior what?
Vein. He's speaking Dwarvish.
Translating.
Oh, yeah. Vein. Darkness. Problem.
Did the darkness come from the thing?
No. Yes.
From the circle?
Maybe. I don't know.
What happened to him? Ask.
Don't know. Don't know.
What happened to you, bud?
Don't know. Too long. Don't know.
Oh, he's gone.
No, relay that. Yeah.
At this point, it's rocking back and forward, just murmuring the same words over and over again.
Nah, they're too far gone. Yeah.
Leave him here.
Leave them to suffer? Or
Well, we
do you
can't
just-
exactly take him with us, can we?
I'm not suggesting taking him with us. This isn't common, so he can't understand. Or they. Yeah, so they can't understand.
I'm talking about putting them down. Like a
Yeah.
lame horse.
Yeah.
Maybe if we destroy whatever cause of this is, maybe it makes him better. I mean, you can't seriously. Really?
I'm with Namari on this. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah?
We cleanse this of darkness, and if it isn't right, I'll do it myself. I should do it.
It was just a thought. Mostly because the suffering is not a fan of that. But yeah, I like the hope. It's good.
All right.
So let's go do the thing with the. Yeah.
Let's check that wall back out.
Do the thing with the thing.
Yeah.
I ready an Eldritch Blast and when we open the door to see if anything's waiting out there for us.
Okay.
I am first one out the door. Guns ready.
When we get out the door, produce flame.
In the darkness. Sounds good.
The doors open. That sound of the great mithril doors grinding across the stone. You produce flame and immediately some light flicks out. You hear behind as Tonic scurries immediately back behind the pew.
Shall we move forward then?
Okay.
Yeah. Once we're outside, I'll put the drift cooler back on so I have some vision.
I'll shut the doors again for him, though.
Okay.
Whatever happened to him, let's make sure it doesn't happen to us.
Yep.
One curse per lifetime is enough.
So, are you heading back to the barrier?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping an eye on the ceiling the
Yes.
entire time.
I was just about to say.
And weird stalactites and
Once again,
stalagmites.
as you walk through the foundry quarter, you can see from all of the rooftops around you these creatures watch. And as you walk past, their heads follow you. None of them seem to make a motion. And as you get back to the chamber leading upwards, fortunately this time, nothing falls on your heads or tries to eat you from the ground.
Well, it's a good start.
And eventually you find yourselves now back at the barrier, the two twisted visages of the dwarven priests still there. Darkness flutters around in clouds of fog. And it stands there, that sort of metallic sheened force field.
Right.
Let's just go. Let's do it.
I'm just going to say, be careful and put a hand on gun. Just give her guidance. Just in
Okay.
case.
So, you just... As you insert it in, you see it clicks, resounding just a very satisfying... You watch now as lines, very dwarven geometric lines, out from the seal before it seems to cut through it in various pieces, like a door opening it. And immediately a cascade of shadowy fog spills forth from within the innards of the hold. I would like everyone to make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
Guidance doesn't affect that. It's not
Nope.
for saves.
Good boy.
Really?
That's
19.
a 10 from me.
It's a 9 from me.
7.
What did I just say, people?
24.
Okay, so what was you, Tilly?
10.
A 10. Okay, so you take 9 points of necrotic damage. Willona?
7.
9 points of necrotic damage. Gun?
24.
4 points of necrotic damage. Damari?
19.
4 points of necrotic damage. Tristan?
9.
That's 9 points of necrotic damage. Vernon?
15.
4 points of necrotic damage. So as this darkness just erupts past you, it chokes and clogs up your insides. You feel it like it feels like it is about to tear apart your entire body as it blasts through you. And beyond, now the darkness is thicker. Your light still penetrates it, but beyond that, even to those of you with dark vision, it still feels dark. The blackness is foreboding. It seems to stick like liquid and not simply an absence of light.
What do our two buddies look like, by the way?
Yeah,
They're still frozen in exactly the same spot.
God, this place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Never used to be afraid of the dark. I might change my mind after this. Onwards?
Yeah, on we go, I guess.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Ow.
So as you begin to take it step by step up this great flight of stairs, it seems to go on and on. And you see now, as the stairs at points drift off into various small little home districts, you see that are built into the sides of the walls. There's small openings. That darkness, that same darkness just sits over all of it. Some of them are collapsed and caved in, but for the most part, there's just that unsettling sense of almost normality. It's just empty. There's no bloodstains, there's no burns, there's nothing to suggest any sign of struggle. It's just quiet, a ghost town.
This is wrong. This should never be. Is there any signs that we're being watched or anything? Any movement or?
There's no movement that you can see or anything. You make a perception check for me.
10.
There's nothing that you can particularly see right now, but ever since you came in here, there has been that consistent, just horrid, tingling in the back of your neck, cold sweat feeling of being watched. It has not abated for a single moment you've been in here.
Would I?
Does my passive of 20 pick anything up?
No.
Damn.
I want to keep actively watch on the back. I'm still at the back of the party.
Yeah. You were saying?
Would I kind of know where to go to get to, like, the upper echelons bit?
Every hold is unfortunately different. You sort of know what's generally in a hold or what's in a hold that's still around. Who knows what this hold is? But you generally realizing that going up like this probably means that you're going to people of a higher status. So you're currently passing through one of the residential areas right now. As you keep going, at the end of the stairs, a small corridor, you see the empty cages, braziers where fires once burned. And as you step down this, you get that feeling, that sense of reverence once more when you realize that this is the corridor into the upper parts of the hold. But you begin to see something that you did not expect. Light. It shimmers in the distance at the end of the corridor.
Going towards the light.
Yeah, okay, I'm like fucking sword. Just in case, just ready.
Okay.
Fast as well.
So, as you walk forward and you get closer and you enter this room now, this large rotunda, this grand circular room. Looking up, you see now, made from pure gemstones in the ceiling, there is a great stained glass window that shows what you can only presume to be the symbol of the Kalraz. The rune for prosperity flanked on either side by what looks to be a unicorn. Behind it, you see a ring of ever-burning flames that still flicker now, even in this darkness, casting light through this window, making the entire room glisten like one's underwater. At the back of the room, you see the darkness once more, that thick, black, just coalescence that seems to look like chains and is wrapped around something which from this distance you cannot properly see. To the left and the right, a pathway leads down both sides. To the right, you can see already there looks to be more residential areas along that side. But to the left is simply a long pathway.
Okay.
Well, if you're looking for answers, Gun, this looks like the kind of place we might find them.
I'm gonna cautiously approach the thing that seems to be wrapped by darkness.
Okay. So as you get closer now, that you see that these wrappings are in fact chains made of the dark. The figure that they are wrapped around is near black in terms of skin tone. It's this very, very dark grey, and they have a similar twisted visage to the ones that you saw on the staircase. The chains are wrapped around their torso and have pulled open the rib cage. But as you get closer now, you see the figure is breathing slightly.
Oh shit.
And upon getting into a proper range, you now see the familiar diadem, the dwarven runes cast around it, the gem in the center, and the points on the sides of the crown of a Fane. As you approach, you hear and the jaw just, and it stays open the entire time that this strange mass that was once the Fane speaks. Come, you have end our folly.
Translating.
I'm kind of just super freaked out by this because,
The eyes are just completely sunken sockets. There's no eye left in there. The mouth just hangs open as these words come out.
how, what is your folly? What did you do? What happened?
You will see. We took the light. Foolish us to be.
I'll sort of relay that to everyone.
I've been translating.
Oh, okay.
They took the light?
Took the light.
From what? From where?
Translating.
The blackness took my heart and scattered it free.
You.
Seek the end and kill me.
Does he seem affected by the light that we brought as well?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm guessing if I kind of just plunge my sword into his chest right now, that wouldn't do shit.
Are you trying?
Yeah, I wouldn't know unless you did.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, she would.
As you just
Nothing.
pull it back out. And you see now that the chest obviously being pulled open, the rib cage, the heart is missing. The lungs are still there, everything else is still there. Though this horrible sort of desaturated versions, but the heart is missing.
She just gives the sword a little extra twist just for her own little, just working out her own shit.
Some vertebrae snap.
Alright. I will do this. I just sort of like look at him.
You get nothing
Nothing.
from the figure.
Okay. Right, well, but let's go kill a Thane.
So we're looking for a heart now?
Yep. This place gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
Right, didn't he say his heart was shattered?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to kill more things?
That might have been a metaphor.
What, you want to break his heart, make him fall in love with you?
No, like someone else might have already done that. Maybe. I don't know.
Did he say where?
I'm assuming,
In?
and I point to like the left tunnel that leads to nothing.
I mean, yeah,
Rather than the
probably,
residential.
but-
Well, you know that in Dwarven Halls, residential districts are down the sides of corridors. The corridors always lead to somewhere. It's just houses on the way there.
I'm a big fan of getting this just done.
Yeah, but we need to know what it is we're doing.
You're more than
I mean,
welcome to question him. He's not going
It's
anywhere.
just a case of figuring out what questions to ask. What is this darkness that took your heart?
It's the end.
And how did the end find you?
We found it.
Are you looking for it?
No. We were looking for the light.
Could you tell me more about this light?
The long pause suggests that that's a no.
You say the darkness shattered your heart. Was that literal? Was that your physical heart?
Again, no response.
I think we'll have to find out for ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, he did say we'll find out.
Yeah, I thought he said he'd like the darkness set his heart free or something. But
Yeah. It's a case of either find what remains of his heart, destroy it, or find the thing that did it, destroy it, and hope. Either way.
You can clearly see the absence of a heart.
Well, he asked us to destroy it. I don't know if we could mend him in this state. He's not here anymore, I don't think. He's kept alive by the darkness. That's
Tristan, I know it seems straightforward, but can you ask it like where his heart is? No one's asked that yet.
no,
That would be smart.
Yeah, I suppose we could do. Where is your heart?
They took the pieces free away from me.
Was that the pieces 3?
pieces 3. Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
That's Stuart's inability to pronounce his DHs.
And simultaneously do a voice.
Yes.
I feel like that probably... Yeah.
I can't pronounce my THs anyway. Doing it while doing a voice is just a lost cause.
Right, well, scavenger hunt, anyone?
I mean, unless there's one in this room, it seems like we should get started.
Yeah.
So, where do you hide pieces of hearts in Dwarven Holds, Gun?
Do you know I'm not that experienced in those matters?
It was a joke, Gun.
Oh, it feels weird to laugh right now.
She still doesn't smile even after you're like, this was a joke. She's, like, the entire time she's been here, like, her face has been very, very serious.
Well, we should probably start looking.
Yeah.
I'll lean over to Tilly and just be like, I appreciated it for what it's worth.
Thank you.
So, left or right?
Left.
I still have my produce flame. Do you want me to like hurl it down the hallway and see if it does anything? Like down the dark one?
Sure.
I might be able to see something down it. You never
Since
know.
when do adventurers do anything right? Let's go left.
Heyo.
Okay, so you're going down the left. All right. So as you continue to walk down this corridor, it's tall ceiling and you can see the top has been finished. It is not a cavern like many dwarven corridors. The inside, the sides of this corridor often have insets in. You can see collections of various different vases and boxes and things there, like reliquies of sorts. And eventually you come to a large empty chamber. The door at the far end is crumbled in, and long paths lead left and right once more.
Does anyone want to start marking these with chalk? Or something, just so we know which way we've been?
I mean, that's actually a good idea. Anybody have anything they can mark the wall with? Or...
I have climbing gear. I'm sure there's a pigeon in there or something to scratch something into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
What? Did I?
The dwarven stone.
No, it's fine. You've already blasted a hole in the bridge with Eldritch Blast anyway. The damage is done. The property value is sunk.
I'm terribly sorry, but this place, if you want to, I don't know, location, but darkness also, so...
So you carve an X with the button.
I carve, let's go left again. Left.
Yep.
I carve an
Like
L.
sorry?
Okay. Following this pathway.
I have to ask before we keep going. As we step away, nothing like pushes out the thing and turns it, right?
It's not labyrinth.
Yeah. Like nothing pushes out the stone and rotates it so that we get confused.
And if it's labyrinth, is there David Bowie somewhere waiting for us?
There always is.
Because I mean, I'm okay with that.
All right, let's try this up. Let's get there.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure.
So, you continue down the left-hand pathway, and the stonework here becomes more ornate. Long, faded and ruined tapestries, now simple, just sheets of blank fabric, hang from the sides here. And at the end of this corridor, this short walkway, is a set of huge wooden doors, which can only mean one thing. This is the Circle Court.
For what?
You remember the big constructs at the front that were holding the chains?
Yeah.
People here are the ones that could control them. The Circle Court is where dwarven mages and wizards and magic users. This is their domain.
Well, something tells me they probably aren't around a whole bit right now.
Well, you never know. We didn't expect any dwarves to be around, and there's one without a heart still talking, and there's one hiding in the temple.
Fair?
So let's just pretend like there's going to be a dozen of them behind every single door we go through.
Oh, God.
Let's just tread a little bit carefully here, just in case.
Yeah.
Always tread carefully.
God.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah.
glass ready as usual.
You push open the doors, gun.
Yep.
So as you do that, you hear that. And as you look forward into this room, you see a great library in this big circular room. Bookshelves go high up into the ceiling. In the center of the room, you see orbs suspended in the air, floating around each other. Each of them marked a different color. Most of it long faded at this point. In the center of the room, multiple desks are laid out, still filled with books and parchments, writing implements from long ago. And at the very center is a large crystal, which is faded and dull, covered in dust. At the back of the room, there is a hole bored into the wall. Bookcases scattered to the sides, ancient tomes across the floor. This hole is rough-edged, like it has been busted through. And the clouds of darkness drift into the edges of this tunnel at the back of the room here. They twist inwards.
Does it look like it was busted out of this room or into this room?
Out of this room.
It's less concerning.
Is there any chance that whoever was controlling the Guardians from here had them lock up and then got out that way?
I have no idea. I never really associated with the circle. My family would never really.
I mean, it's also the case of this might have happened so quickly they might not have had the chance to activate them. Some spells take time. Maybe they didn't have enough time.
Yeah. Hey, what's this with this orb in the middle? Magic person, look at it. Do a thing. I don't know.
Which orb?
Do you mean the crystal? Or
Yeah.
I'll go over and have a look at the crystal.
Okay. So, dusting it off, I would like you to make an Arcana check.
Ooh, yay. Ooh. 16.
So, it's evident from the etchings on this crystal that long ago it did contain some form of magic. But now, it's just a very big, about 4 to 5 foot across, sapphire.
Yeah, Gun. This thing kind of used to be magic. But now it's just a really nice rock. I don't know if it's chargeable or anything, but all I'm saying is right now, probably doesn't do a right lot.
Was that true for the others? There was more than that, right?
No, it's just one crystal.
Oh, just
There was floaty,
But there's floating
But the
light
orbs have
orbs,
all
but
been
They weren't light orbs. They
no,
were
but you know,
metal.
different coloured.
yeah.
They were metal orbs that had been painted.
Okay, this is mainly Susie, but I really want to take that massive orb and just try and put it in the bag of holding. How much money could we get for that?
I'm also thinking the same thing.
I don't know. Make an intelligence check, Tristan, because Gunn doesn't want to do that.
Dang it.
Namari will sort of sidle up and say, "Can we take that?" And
Just a general intelligence.
Yes.
That's going to be a 20, not natural.
Okay, you'd estimate that this is worth somewhere in the region of 10 to 15,000 gold.
Sounds like a lot.
Guys, this is worth about 8,000 gold, give or take, depending on the right market.
Oh, bastard.
Just putting that out there.
we've already. Does it fit through the? I mean,
That's a good question. How wide does the opening open in the bag of holding?
2 foot at a push.
It's not gonna go in, guys, unfortunately.
Well, it's an orb, right? I can just roll it all the way home.
It's not an orb, it's a crystal.
Oh, shit.
Is it polished or is it rough?
Polished. Cut.
cutting it apart will probably devalue it.
And it's sort of sunk into the ground. It has small braces of what looks to be solid gold attached to it, like it's set, like a giant ring.
Remind me, are there any like bodies or remnants of bodies or anything around us?
No.
Okay.
Dang it.
Maybe this is the kind of thing that we work our way back with.
No, wait a minute. What am I even talking about? Fuck, I want to reclaim this hold. I want to keep it. Yeah, I'm devaluing this property that I'm going to reclaim.
But what if you need proof that this hall is... No, there's a job at hand. And I busy myself with looking at the papers on the table.
I was going to say, you guys can figure that out after we figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm busy looking down this big hole in the wall.
Same.
Okay. You're looking at the papers, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make a perception check. Investigation check, sorry.
Investigation. Ooh, that's...
And the two of you are looking at the hole?
Yeah.
Perception checks.
I'm with Tristan still. I'm gonna, if I can help, I can help, or else guidance.
Just
22.
Intelligence check.
That's
Investigation check for me, Namari.
a natural one where I get to reroll them with half
I
an
didn't
hour.
catch that too.
Make an investigation check.
Cheers.
So that is 22 on perception from me.
23 from me.
Okay. And for the investigation checks?
22.
Okay. So,
I realize I can't read Dwarfish.
oh, no, you can't. No. Tristan, looking through all of these papers, there's talk of the same word keeps coming up over and over again, lantern.
Right.
And you realize now, as you've been walking down these corridors from that central rotunda in the upper part, the things you've been seeing haven't been vases. They've been lanterns. Empty lanterns. And as you look around the room here now, you see many of the things on these tables, under the tables, around the bookshelves, lanterns, shattered, broken. Not a single one intact.
Hmm.
And the way it talks about these lanterns, it doesn't just say that it's like... The word flame isn't used. This is an ancient Dwarvish text. The wording's a little archaic for you. It's like reading Middle English, you know, it's kind of hard to get the gist of it. But the word fire is never used. The word light is used instead.
I relayed that information as I'm looking through, just so everyone's on the same page, and point out the lanterns.
Okay. And the two of you will be looking down into the tunnel. You both notice that there's something blocking it. A very faint shimmer. There's a barrier there.
I tried to like push against it, like Gun did the first one we saw.
It crackles under your touch, and you take
Cool.
3 points of force damage. As your hand is blasted away from it, just arcs of purplish lightning.
Ow.
You alright?
Yeah, more or less. Gun, we have one of those barrier things that didn't do anything to you, but had like hell for me.
And Tilly, an image flashes in your mind.
Oh.
It is a book. The front of which has the image of a dragon on it. The text is in Dwarvish. Can you read Dwarvish?
Hell no.
I can.
-1 intelligence, I can just about read.
It's a book, and you see an image of a dragon on the front and something in Dwarvish. Flashes in your mind for a moment.
Oh, I'm not quick enough to like be able to write down what you saw.
Probably not, no. Oh, I describe it, I guess, as best as I can. Like a weird vision when it shocked me. It was a book with a dragon on the front. Though I don't think that would be easy to find in here. I kind of look at the...
Oh, Zarin, are you...
No,
I think
Aaron's still there.
No, I'm good.
You think you died for a second, and you said,
Okay.
I look at that, and then...
Oh, I look at the very large bookcases full of books.
Well, my next plan was to look through the books anyway.
Yeah, the mention of a book with a dragon on it, I'm just like scanning around from what I can see.
All right, investigation checks then for me.
Yeah, I guess I join in.
Yeah. I still can't read Dwarvish, but I can look
I
for a
am
dragon.
rolling like shit today. Those new dice I got are just fucking dead to me already.
Oh, really?
I'm good. It was 12 for me. Isn't great.
14 from me.
14.
All right. So you look around for some time, and you find many books with dragons on the front. Quite a few of them.
I can't really tell which one of these it was. I saw like some writing, but I couldn't read it.
I just opened up 3 of the dragon books I found, and they all have writing inside them. Like,
So
I mean,
still
yeah,
been-
I wasn't expecting some of them to not.
I was gonna say I've still been.
One of them
standing by
actually
this-
doesn't.
I've still been standing by the thing, and I'm just gonna touch it.
You take 2 points of force damage as it crackles again, and you see a book that on the front of it has a strange creature with a single large eyeball and a number of tendrils that end in eyeballs. And you see the words Gordron's Guide to Stuff You Don't Want to Mess With.
So shake the finger like you got shocked. So Gordron's Guide to Stuff You Don't Want to Mess With. And creature with like tendrils and a singular eye. That
Oh,
was
I've seen one of these.
Yeah, but that's not what I saw.
yeah, that was fucking weird.
Ah, fuck it. I go in and bzz.
Okay. You take 5 points of force damage.
Fuck! That's fucking dwarfist. How could you?
In your mind, you see a book that has no image on the front, but it just says Rudolph's 1001 Guides to Making a Happy Life with Your Partner.
So what creature did you get?
I didn't.
Oh.
Did you get any kind of title or anything?
I'm gonna go with no. Well, yeah, I did, but it's not worth mentioning.
It's like one
I'm
of these
still-
personality tests.
But then I still go and look for it anyway.
Okay. Investigation checks.
I want to start like uselessly looking through these dragon books.
Okay.
I'm looking for
16.
the book I found.
Okay.
Oh, nope.
So you find the book, Gun.
Mm-hmm.
You start leafing through it, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
It's a guide to different ways to have happy times with your partner.
It's the Dwarven Kama Sutra.
It is.
And no pictures? I mean...
No pictures at all. It's actually very, very small font.
For like when you're trying to
I
read,
just,
but
like-
you don't want anybody to know what you're reading.
It's very detailed. Very, very detailed.
I'm just kind of like blushing as I'm reading it, like, whew. But I'm like obscuring the spine so you can't see what the title is with my hand. It's like, oh.
You okay? Is
Yeah.
it a really terrible monster?
It's good
You
disturbing.
seem scared.
Yeah.
Jormungandr.
This is a thing. Just, I'm gonna touch the barrier while I'm holding the book.
Okay. You see that, and then the dwarven rune for 1 appears on the barrier.
No, I can't pass through it. It's still there.
Still there. But you don't take any damage.
All right, I'm gonna look for
Find
that
your
book again.
books.
In
I
that
don't know
case,
which one's mine.
I go over.
Tilly's just there surrounded by like 25 different books with dragons on the covers.
You just have to keep touching the barrier with different books.
Don't fucking kill me.
I got you. You're good. I'm gonna
Yeah,
look for my book.
Okay.
Yeah, I go
I can-
over and touch the barrier.
Help Willona with guidance as well.
Oh well, that gives me
You
what a
touch the
D4.
barrier.
Yeah.
Okay.
That gives me a D4 for guidance.
You take 6 points. You've already rolled your check. You can't roll it again. You take 6 points of force damage.
Yeah.
See a book with an image on the dragon in front. And it says, How to Make a Dragon Your Friend by Odin the One-Armed.
I go trying to find that one then.
So you go find it, and you get it in your hands, and you see it has a little edition at the bottom, and it says revised edition,
I go over and touch the barrier again.
and the dwarven rune for 2 appears.
I keep the book because I want a dragon friend,
How many arms do you want?
preferably all of them.
I think it's more the legs we have to watch out for with this one.
Yeah, well, if I had a dragon, I wouldn't need them, would I?
I look at Ronan.
Yeah, this whole time Ronan's sort of been like watching, because he's been like watching people's backs and the entrances behind and stuff. And now they're all just going over, touching this magic thing and getting hurt and running off to find books. So I have no idea what's going on. I'm just standing back here watching people just go boom. This book.
Also,
That's basically
I'd like
what's happening because no one has actually told each other what's going on yet.
to show Tilly the book and see if it vaguely looks like the same cover that you saw.
Now did it?
It is exactly the cover that you saw.
Oh, hey, that's the one.
Okay. So it's not a book each, there are specific books. And because I saw the dragon one as well, chances are we only need one more, which is
couldn't find mine.
right.
Yeah, so
Fine.
it's got the one eyeball and the tendrils and
6 points of force damage to Mari. And you do see the book as well. It has the single eye.
Is the beholder the one we saw in the swamp vision?
No.
No.
It's like that, but less kind looking. Doesn't look like it would enjoy tea with you. Looks like it would enjoy you for tea.
The other one was nicer. Okay, where do I find this one? And I go looking for it.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
cast
18.
guidance on you.
Can we
Thank
all
you.
help out?
You can all help.
18.
Yeah, you have an advantage.
19. Oh, advantage. 19.
Okay. It takes some time between all of you because needle in a haystack at this point. But eventually you do find it. And it is the guide to things you don't want to mess with.
I'm keeping that one as well.
Okay. As you
I'm going to
flick
say that
through
one seems very useful.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to listen to it, obviously, but yeah.
Well, now that you can read it, it's in Dwarvish.
So are you touching the barrier?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you touch the barrier, the Dwarven rune for free appears for a moment before you hear this sound like shattering glass. And the barrier. Ting, 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 ting. Falls to the ground.
Now, we're all hoping that this was a good thing to do.
Hmm.
Is anything coming out?
No, you see this the dark, this sort of dark mist that's been in the edges of rooms is all funneling into this hole.
Oh, well, onwards.
Seems safe enough.
For now.
Gonna pocket my book.
Okay.
You never know when I might need it.
I tossed the guy to Gun. Hey, anything in there about Black Shadow Mist?
Is there?
It's completely blank.
Good job, Namari. It's an empty book.
Kidding me? Well, then I guess we can mess with everything. Yay! Carte blanche, literally.
Hey!
I'd like to look in my book. Just
It's completely empty.
Wait!
It's completely empty.
Oh no.
yep.
The secret's been...
Whatever happened has unlocked the barrier and wiped the book of all their magic.
Well, someone now knows how to make a dragon your friend, how to not mess with things, and how to... the other thing.
You don't know what was in that book. I didn't tell you.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I mean, the other two were very useful things to know, so it must have been something very handy.
Yes. Handy is the word I would use. Yes.
I pick my words carefully.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Let's go down this tunnel.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, as you begin to walk down the tunnel, the floor here is littered just with tens and tens of these lanterns, just all along the sides of this, what is essentially like a cave tunnel at this point, just bored through solid rock. And as it comes round, the darkness gets closer and closer. As those with dark vision, you see your vision begin to restrict and restrict and restrict. The drift globe's light becomes closer and closer and closer as you move forward until the only thing lit is what's basically in front of your face. Not more than 6 inches before your hand passes into darkness.
I'm gonna cast daylight.
You cast daylight. Nothing changes.
Well, shit, I'm still keeping it up.
And as you step forward, you hear your footsteps begin to echo slightly more. You're in a chamber, and you hear a skittering sound. We're going to take a break.
No!
But hey, at least the echoes are back.
We'll be back in a minute. Oh, 5.
Although
So
they
still
might hear
going
us
to be able to
anyway.
hear us, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Cool.
true.
All right. Drink time.
Yeah, tea sounds like a good idea.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back once again with our interesting way of handling things because we don't have the ability to mute right now. So, welcome back. We've had our break. We've all got a drink. We're all good to go again. Susie had to sit in silence for that entire time because she couldn't speak to us.
Felt so left out.
You just sat there like this.
Just.
Yeah. But we are back now. And let's get right in because we don't want to ruin this creepy tone that we have going here. So, as you step forward, you hear something skitter in the darkness in front of you. Makes no sound beyond.
I pull my big old knife out.
The sword is out.
Who goes?
What language was that in?
Dwarven, of course.
I'm just checking.
So useless.
I just like whisper. He said who goes there? What do we say?
Say something. Say something.
We do.
That's not a good response, Tilly.
I'm getting this conversation secondhand, okay?
Luna will say, those who seek to actually bring the light to darkness.
No.
Whatever you said, I don't think he liked it.
No.
Because it doesn't like the light.
God damn it.
You know, take the darkness from me.
You can keep the darkness.
No. You want me to give you the darkness?
No.
May I fire 2 arrows in the direction of whatever that voice is? Because fuck that voice.
Go
Yes, you
for
can.
it.
Yes, you can. Roll to hit. Go for it. You've got disadvantage.
Oh, it was a natural 20 too. Actually, we sad boys. It's a natural 20 on disadvantage.
No more sad boys.
No, happy boys.
Destiny.
We blessed boys.
Fuck a vision.
Can I?
Roll your crit damage.
See, that's what you get for being a good Christian boy, TM. Big JC's looking out for your dice rolls.
Smite.
That's just a D8. So that's
You roll 2d8 because you crit.
yeah. It's, 13 plus 4, 17 on the
Okay.
first.
Are you firing both your arrows?
Yeah. I just want to go like 1, 2 as quick as I can.
All right, make your second attack.
Oh, okay. 13 on the dice for the first, and then a big 3. So,
All right, plus what?
plus 9,
So that's what
12.
hits.
Oh,
Oh,
7.
Colossus Slayer.
And Colossus.
Oh,
Slayer.
yeah, that's right. 10.
10. So that's 27 altogether.
Yes.
Right. 1 second. I need to find my little my little black notebook.
So they all get the feeling you weren't supposed to kill them.
Stu
Well,
just
then-
inward has done, like Mercer in Crit Roll with that one
You just-
NPC Liam just killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my immediate association as well.
Shouldn't have been weird while I was panicking in the dark and can't see.
I mean, the logic is there.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Don't be a creepy bastard in the dark and you won't get shot.
I've been on edge since the temple because I can't see shit and everything is creepy. So
Well, and all you hear is like. So.
That's not exactly the noise a friendly neighborhood, neighborhood watch. But that's not a noise thing, mate. I hope.
One would hope.
Oh.
The book has vanished.
It's actually all
You
blank.
cased you.
He's lost his initiative book.
I mean, maybe it's behind a barrier.
I mean, a real DM would have all this stuff with them. Not like I ever do that. Not whether I'm like, where's my monster manual? Oh, shit.
It's fine. He's initiative now.
Oh dear. We so prepared.
Do you reckon if I cast blindness, it will work?
So, as your two arrows fire out into the darkness, this first one strikes incredibly true, and you hear the sound of it hitting flesh, and then you hear the sound of it hitting rock as it sticks straight through the creature into the cave wall behind it. It lets out this horrible ah! And as you hit it with the second one, it punches into the creature's hide once again, and it lets out this horrible howl as you see the shadows to your left and right begin to undulate and twist out of the wall, mouths and faces and shrieking visages reaching towards you as hands escape from the blackness towards you. Everybody roll initiative.
Was I wrong? There we go.
I mean, we'll find out.
Hey, my new belt gives me plus 20 to initiative, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Did you roll a nice juicy one?
Not quite. It was one adjacent. It wasn't the good way.
I've rolled better. Definitely rolled worse.
I just quickly making a map.
Weren't expecting us to do this one, huh?
No, it's just a quick map to make. All right. Let's give a 25 to 20, please.
Well, that's a good start.
Oh.
Good strong showing.
Right?
Okay. 15 to 20?
Oh, wow.
Oh, guys. No.
Good showing. Good showing there.
We're all just fucking asleep, apparently.
All right, well,
It's dark.
guess I'm going first. 10 to 15?
13.
11.
10.
Um,
Oh my god, why am I
Who was
going
the
first?
13?
Me? Shit.
It's always good when your cleric goes first.
Okay. Who was next? Was it 11?
Me.
13 as well.
Who had 13?
Namari.
No, I had 10. Sorry, I thought.
All right. Yeah, Bologna had the 13. Bologna's down. So 13, 11 was next. So that was you, Tristan?
Me. Yeah.
Okay. And the 10 was Namari?
I had a 10 as well.
You had a 10 as well, so Tilly is first. 5 to 10?
9.
9 on Roman. You got spooked by the
Oh, I know.
6, 5, 5.
Big 5. Big 5.
All right. Let's just get you guys in here. So it's going to be a little bit cramped in here for you folks. Just thought I'd let you know.
This bodes well.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
So
Wise choice not putting those near me. I'll remember this.
first up is something that you cannot see, and it begins to and is going to cast a spell. And I would like everyone to make a saving throw.
Oh, I can't see it.
And
You
any
fuck off.
specific one?
And what is the saving throw?
The saving throw is... 1 moment. It is a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, thank God.
Yep.
Hey.
Modified 20.
Okay.
And
25.
24.
18 for me.
Okay, so everybody apart from the Mari, you see these blackened tentacles bust from the ground and just start beginning to lash out at all of you. All of you miss, apart from the Mari, who gets one of these tentacles wrap around her. So you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are restrained.
Uh-oh.
And this entire area that you're standing in now is just this horrible mass of these blackened tentacles. As I draw a shape. And it is... Okay. That big. And that will end. There go. Lona, it's your go.
Do I have any idea where this thing might be based off of sound?
Make a perception check.
Well, I think that's going to be a 12.
You can't quite make out where it is.
Well,
You can see these two creatures forcing themselves out of the darkness towards Ronan.
Alright, shit, because I had an idea. Now I have to change that idea. I'm just going to, Shit. I got nothing. I'm gonna create a bonus action. I'm gonna create a spiritual weapon here.
Tristan, you're up next. Okay.
And
What else is
then,
here? Sorry. Okay, got it.
that is a natural 18 on the die to hit.
That does hit, yeah.
All right, and that is, I believe a D6 or a D8. Sorry. That is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just get your blade. So as you conjure forth the divine blade, it appears next to this creature as it slashes into them. It carves, and you see this burning slash through the creature as it begins to recoalesce its form and continues reaching out towards Ronan, and it's your go, Tristan.
Would I have any idea? I mean, Ronan fired an arrow in a particular direction. Would I have seen where he shot at?
Make a perception check. Right now, you can see your hand there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see your hand there.
Right. Okay. Perception, did you say?
Yes.
It's going to be 19.
So you hear just off in the distance towards the back of the chamber, you hear a slight skittering.
And can I still have my action?
Yeah.
Can I cast Fairy Fire in that direction?
Yes, you can.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
I just hum while I'm thinking, and then all of a sudden, oh,
All right.
What was that? That sound?
ah.
Oh. That is going to be an 8.
For a saving throw.
Yes.
It's glowy. It's sparkly.
Okay. So all of you can see the faintest, tiniest, just outline of purple that is trying to push its way through this horrid darkness around all of you, and you can see this outline of this figure on all fours with robes. And that will end your go.
I'd like to use my bonus action to inspire Namari,
Okay.
because she's still like with the tentacle, or is that was that just that one moment? Right?
Restraining her currently right now. It's around her neck and everything. It's like, oh.
Well, then yeah, I definitely tried to inspire Namari.
Okay. Which brings us to Tilly.
Okay, so you said I can see these two figures
You're up
now?
next to Mari. You can see the two that are attacking Ronan, yes.
The two behind us. Well, I'm gonna move forward up until I get to like the wall here,
Okay.
and then start like moving along the wall.
Okay.
Because we knew something was off in this corner, right?
Yeah, and you can see now as you get close to it, you can see that purple outline to your... Let me just ping it. Here.
Okay, so that's within reach, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch it.
With a fist?
Yeah, because I can do a grapple after that.
Okay. You have straight roll here because you have disadvantage from the darkness, but advantage from the fairy fire.
Yes. Well, that was a 12.
That hits.
Okay, so I punch him good. That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and then I'm going to grapple them.
Okay.
Which is athletics, right?
Athletics check, yes.
Okay, yeah. So bonus action into that's not a great roll. That's 10. I rolled a 5.
2.
Okay, they are grappled.
They are grappled. All right. So as you grab hold of this creature, it is slimy.
Ow.
It is horribly slimy, and it stinks and it reeks, and you can feel matted hair just rubbing up against you as just you're holding onto this creature. You got it like in a chokehold, and it's just scrabbling at you with these long fingernails that just rip at your cloth.
I might let go of it.
That brings us to Namari.
I hear the inspiration, wink at Tristan, and then just disappear.
Wait,
Because
as Tilly punched it, the tentacles vanish around you as the spell has lost concentration.
Fair enough. Still winking at Tristan, because might as well. Sure he likes it.
I'm sure he does.
And I'm going to turn around and use Vampiric Touch on one of the shadows.
Okay.
So that is a saving throw. Unless they're immune to necrotic damage to begin with.
They are.
Then nothing happens.
Nothing happens. So as you touch it, it's just darkness touching darkness, and there's this horrible sensation against your hand as it just feels for a moment like there was this split second where you just don't want your hand to exist anymore, and you feel like there's this slight urge to just slice it off before you come to your senses once again.
That was an uncomfortable feeling.
Ronan. You're muted, buddy.
Talwar comes out, and I'll Hunter's Mark the one on the left, which has been hit by the spiritual weapon.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to hit it.
Okay. You can see this one, so it's just normal roll.
Okay, so that's going to be 15 on the dice plus 7.
That hits, yeah.
So Hunter's Mark,
Mm-hmm.
Sword, and Colossus.
Yes.
Hurt.
8, 6.
No, it's 8,
6.
6, 6, 8, 10, 14 points on that one.
So you just carve through this creature. Already damaged by the blade, you just... And it just separates this face just back into the wall.
And I'll do this. I'll attack the one behind then. I'll just wheel around and slice at it. 14 on the dice.
That hits.
21.
Yeah.
No Colossus Slayer this time. Can't move my Hunter's Mark, so just 6 points of damage.
Okay. So you cut into this one. It's similar to the last one, though it didn't matter because you killed it. It's tough to hurt this one. It just feels like dragging through shadow.
All right. Yeah, I'm not going to move.
Okay. So this creature now that's been reaching out towards you this entire time finally touches you. And that's a 6 to hit.
Nope.
As it touches you, you immediately feel this coldness and you just move your head away. When did it go? Which brings us to Gun.
Hey, I'm gonna charge up to Tilly and slash the shit out of the thing that Tilly is grappling.
Okay. So you see Tilly. You don't see Tilly. You see this slight purple just waggling. You hear Tilly going. You hear Tilly going, trying to hold on to it.
Okay, I will rage on my way.
Okay.
And let's give it. So if it's grappled, do I have advantage on hitting it? Okay.
No.
Reckless! Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Is this thing an undead?
Yes.
I already have advantage, so I don't need to reckless.
Yes.
Tight. 23 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Hey, roll 2 6s for damage. Nice.
Very nice.
12 plus 7 is 19, plus the 2 raging, 21 slashing.
All right. So, as you charge up to this creature, you go for this huge swing until you just see the glint of the blade before it's about to hit, and you instinctively push the creature away from you as this blade was about to crack into you as well, not knowing the distance right now. As you do it, just kind of slices straight through this creature in front of you, and this inky black mess just splats all over the front of you, Tilly.
And again.
It's dead.
It's dead.
Bifurcated it.
Okay, and I can't. It's too far away for me to see the shadow thing that Ronan's currently grappling with, right?
Well, as you carve into this creature and you cut through it, the shadow which is reaching out to Ronan suddenly snaps back into the wall before you feel the darkness begin pressing in, and the pressure begins to build in each of your heads as it brings you all to your knees. I would like everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
No, but does it have to be wisdom, though?
Yes.
Oh god, I might go down.
What if I backflip instead and do a dexterity?
Do a flip.
Because that's not good for me.
It's a natural 20, so that's 21.
No, that's nice for some of us. It's an 8 from me.
7.
So, you know how we leveled up and our stats kind of changed a bit. Guess you still got a -1.
I got a 16.
You got a -1.
No, it's 0. It's 0 because I rolled a 1, and my wisdom modifier is -1, so it was 0. Sorry.
Is it -1 or is it -2?
No, it's -1.
No. Wait, is it 7?
Yes.
That's -2.
-2.
Shit. So yes.
That's a -1. All right, so -1 for you. Namari was an 8. Tristan?
21.
Well,
I said natural 20.
That's 16.
Okay. Tilly?
8.
Ronan?
8.
Okay, so Walona and Tristan, you just, through sheer force of will, managed to stand yourself to your feet, and suddenly the darkness seems to abate around you, and it is now back to that normal level where you can see with dark vision the drift globe helping out. And you see now as the other 4 members of your party are just racked with pain on the floor, each of them taking 13 points of necrotic damage and reducing your intelligence by 2.
Oh, come on.
I wasn't smart to begin with.
Well done.
Oh boy.
Put that in brackets, by the way.
What, put or damn in brackets?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are they still writhing around, or is it like slowly getting easier on them?
At this point, they're starting to collect themselves, though they look rather dazed.
Are you guys okay?
No. No, I'm
I've been
really not.
better.
Should stop
Okay.
hitting things with my head.
What were we doing?
At this point, Tilly, you have lost all reading comprehension.
I didn't have much to begin with.
Yeah, and your language comprehension is starting to suffer a bit as well.
We were looking for a heart, I think. I don't know if we found it.
Uh,
I don't know, but can you guys see fine right now?
Yeah.
They can't. No.
It's really dark.
Right. Okay. Because we can kind of see again.
Yeah.
Or at least I can.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah, I
Good
can
for you.
see.
Right. How's about you guys just
No, you can't see.
Oh, no, I can't see.
Only those two can
Right,
see.
Shit.
you guys hang tight for a little while. I'd like to search around the area just really quickly, just to see whether or not there's any more imminent dangers or if there's anything in particular about the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the hallway, the corridor.
So, as you look around, the walls here are just lined with these broken lanterns, just row upon row upon row of them, just up to the ceiling. And as you pull a couple of them out, you see that they're into the walls as well, these lanterns. Looking over the creature itself, you find that there is this black lump that pulses with a beat. It is this shriveled black lump of slime that has this substance to it. This boom, 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 boom.
Well, I think we may have actually found one of the pieces. Let's put it that way.
Pieces of what?
Yeah.
The heart.
Heart.
The thing
heart.
the corpse guy told us to find.
Yep.
The figure is dressed in what were once incredibly fine robes. You see on its face still are busted and broken, twisted out of shape, and part of it actually stuck into the flesh on the one side of his head of a pair of fine spectacles. But all of that is all very much ruined, apart from a ring on one of its fingers that looks like rope. Except it's made out of what looks to be platinum and has very, very tiny dwarf scripture on it.
I'll take the ring and
And as you go to take
inspect
it, it has that distinctive magical tingle.
right. I'll pocket it for now. We don't really have time to look over it.
Okay.
Unless we take a rest to see what we can do about those guys.
I could use a rest. I'm not feeling so great.
I could make the hut again. It'd take me a few minutes, and it wouldn't really cost me anything other than time.
We wouldn't be able to take much of a long rest, though. I think
That's
we'd be
fine.
pretty short.
I
Yeah,
think
no.
anything, please. I'm very
you-
dizzy.
To you two, the darkness is still oppressive, but it is not as oppressive as it was.
We can
It's-
see beyond here, right?
Yeah, it's still darker than the rest of this place. To you four, though, it is pitch blackness. You can just barely make out your hand. To those of you without dark vision, you cannot make out anything. You're effectively blind.
Yeah, I think Tilly's just like sat down by the wall.
Yeah, Gun's just sat like clutching her sword really tightly.
Got
Gonna-
6 intelligence right now.
On all fours, really weak, crawl over to Gun. And sit down next to her.
Can I have a look at their eyes as well?
Mhm.
Are their eyes changed in any sort of quality?
So
or-
as you like open one of their eyes wider, you see their eyes have almost got like a vignette right now. It's just the edge of the
Right.
sclera is just
but they're not looking
blackening.
Right. Okay, but they're not looking like the dwarf we
Onyx.
saw in the temple. Yeah, they don't look like his. Right. Okay, that's at least something.
And the light is on, and it doesn't seem to be affecting them.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll spend some time to get the hut back.
You doing it right here?
I mean, shall I do it here, or would you rather move away somewhere else? I mean,
Should we
if we-
make a conga line to the first
Oh
room?
wait. Just stab
Okay.
the heart and. Mm. I need.
So am I. where
Just-
where
Just
would
make
you
a
like me
hut
to?
here.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
doing- so you are doing the hut here.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
probably best to just put it over us where we're sat, because Tilly
I was-
and Marion gonna like grouped.
We can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna help people.
Gonna sort of mage hand.
Together.
If Tilly can't see, I'm gonna send mage hand over.
I mean,
Oh,
we
what's
can
that?
move these all onto a. We can bundle you up.
Yeah, that's
Hello,
what I was thinking we would do.
Yeah.
Friendly hand. Friendly hand. Come.
So how long does it take to cast Lehman's tiny hut?
10 minutes if it's a ritual.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
11.
Well,
I
Yeah,
think.
it takes a minute to cast, and it's
Right.
plus 10, so 11. Okay,
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
so in those 11 minutes, I would like everyone to make another wisdom saving throw.
Fuck, why's it gotta be wisdom?
That was a 16 this time.
11.
modified 20.
Okay,
23.
nice.
8.
Okay. Tristan?
I have to make one as well.
Yes, all of you.
Wisdom again.
Yes.
That's going to be a 17.
Okay, so all of you now, the darkness is still oppressive on you, but you can't, it doesn't seem to affect you greatly, but you all see as Namari is once again racked by this darkness, taking 8 points of necrotic damage.
Guys, I don't.
I'll just like
I'm
grab.
unconscious.
And
I was at 3 hit points.
you now lose another 2 points of intelligence.
Bro,
Wait, you're knocked out?
I'm knocked out.
She's
you did
literally
have-
knocked silly.
I'm literally on below 0. I'm literally.
What's your
knocked out.
intelligence currently?
Now it's 7.
Okay.
Minus 2.
Still smarter than me.
So when I see
Yeah.
Namari go
Namara,
down-
you had your inspiration that you could have rolled on a saving throw. Because you never used it in the fight.
True.
It
But-
does last 10
It would have been too long.
Yeah.
At this
Yeah.
point. By the time this roll happened, it's been too long.
So I
I'm
would
just
have,
saying, like, the
rolled
initial
7
roll
and 8
was-
total, so.
I'd have put my hand out to comfort Mari because she started like going and then she dropped and I was just like Willona.
Oh yeah, no. Second level cure wounds, because sweet mother of God. 15 points of healing.
Okay. Namara, you heal 1 point.
Snap back out of it.
That's nice.
What? It's so dark.
I swear that should have done more than that. Why do you still?
So dark.
As you look now, even more of her sclera has gone black.
Can I? And I start crawling away from. Back to where I think the library was.
Oh, I'm gonna hold on to her.
Yeah. I'm like hey, no.
Oh, out, please. Away.
Is the hut?
How long has it been? Will it have been finished by now?
The hut has been cast, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, good. Inside that.
Okay. You walk inside the hut and nothing changes. It is still completely black for you all, save for you two, who can see inside, but everything is still monochrome, as if no light is being cast by the inside of this hut.
Okay, conga line out of here.
Is it still dark for me, even though I rolled
Yeah.
24 on the save?
It just hasn't gotten worse.
Okay. That's okay. Ronan's got his eyes closed anyway. He's like, well, they can't blame me if I don't open my eyes.
Ow,
I'm working off sound now.
Folks, I can't see anything.
It's like echolocation.
Can we still hear the heartbeat?
I mean, it's just you can't hear it. It's just
Or here.
in Tristan's hand. It beats.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Before
Okay.
Mari goes down again.
Yeah, we
I
need
guess
to
we're
contact
leading the
her.
way, but I mean, do you want to take Namari?
Yeah, no, I can lead the way. I can take more hits than you can, I think. Got
Probably.
So,
Okay.
If I hear that we're leaving, Ronan's going to like go on all fours like an animal and move along the ground like that.
Yeah.
Like in the direction that I like know where the thing was.
So you make your way out of that small cave, out of the tunnel. As you look back, you can see the darkness still funneling into it. But you are out, and the light shines brighter now as it did once more from the drift globe. Your dark vision, for those of you that can see currently, returns to you.
daylight's still up unless it's been an hour.
Daylight is still up, so it's incredibly bright in here right now for the two of you that can see.
Okay. I don't really. This isn't my area of.
I don't have anything that I can. I can't do anything about that right now.
The only thing I can think of is checking any of these books, see if there's anything like a book, a scroll, a thing saying "creepy darkness, stop doing this." Anything.
I mean, we can.
Because other
definitely
than that,
look.
I have no idea.
Yeah, let's take a look and see if we can find something about this.
Let's make sure these are somewhere safe first. Like put them in.
You get the feeling now that it's not going to progress anymore at the current stage.
But we'd like to fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tristan,
Yeah.
can you point me towards the exit? Not where we came from, the other side. Just point me towards it.
But you can't see.
Is
That
in the
doesn't
exit
matter.
to the library.
Yeah, where we came from, behind the barrier. Just point me that way.
Okay.
I just have an arrow knocked and waiting for any sound that comes from
Just-
that direction.
Okay.
I'm
Or
gonna
like
kill
grab his arm.
anything. I'm gonna just fire on anything that goes in front of me. I'm like, if you come past here, I'm
Announce
shooting
it. Yep, I'll announce it. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
you. I'm now a turret.
Destroyed it. Have we destroyed it?
No, but Namar, I'm gonna try one last thing again because you still look awful. Another second
Thanks.
level cure wounds. 13 this time.
You heal 1.
It hurts.
Thank you.
We're in a bit of a pickle.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he? You. I mean, I might have not caught it earlier, but you now have that thing.
We have a piece of the heart.
He said destroy, didn't he?
Yeah,
No.
but he said destroy all. No.
No.
We have to get them, and they're in pieces. So maybe we'll hold off doing anything to the pieces until we have all of them.
Put them together.
And then maybe put them back in. I don't know.
I mean, it's going to be real hard for me to find anything right now on account of
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
On,
shit.
on this.
I'm gonna start looking through books.
Yeah.
See if there's something.
So
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit there like a fucking lump, like as if I'm just head down, but she's got her hands on her axes.
How long are you looking for?
Can I, while we're waiting, can I cast Detect Magic? Leave any of the books.
Sure. Yeah.
If I
10
remember.
minutes.
How long?
What do you think? 10 minutes, Tristan?
yeah.
It takes 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic. So I'd like you both to make an investigation check for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
21.
Okay.
Four.
So, Willona, you're unable to find anything. And you're just like, I just haven't found it yet. Whereas you, Tristan, you managed to look through enough things to realize that whatever this is, this seems to have happened after these books were written, and this is not something that would be in these books.
Okay.
You see in the Mad Ravings, there's talk of darkness. And there's talk of abating at times in the less mad of the Mad Ravings. And it's like, I woke up this morning and the darkness abated, or the darkness abated from grandmother after lunch.
Right. Okay. So it might be more a case of time than anything else. These books are, for now, useless.
Awesome.
How do you guys all feel right now?
Shit.
No,
Can't
not
fucking
good.
see.
I'm fine. I mean, I
No.
can't see, but I'm fine. I'll occasionally loose an arrow just into the darkness, like, warn a shot.
Did the detect magic ritual yield anything?
There is. I mean, you can't see anything right now, but you can. Does detect magic say you can feel, or does it say that you can see?
I believe it says you pick a sense.
I still can't see anything at all.
No.
Roll. I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Detect magic.
Anything I'd be able to do for them, I'd only be able to do for them after.
You sense
You
the presence.
sense.
Yeah, so you can sense moving slowly above you is faint magic auras. There's about 6 of them.
Yeah.
And they're moving slowly. They're not faint as in they're far away. They're faint as in they're just not very powerful magic.
I'm probably going to look up and stare away into the distance where the glowy things are with the magical aura.
I'm trying to do like little flips with my axes, like just chucking them, but I'll probably drop them a bunch.
So you look as Namari is just staring up to the floating orbs that are slowly making their way around the room.
Right, guys, I'm kind of stumped here. I don't really know.
Oh, same.
Well, we're functionally useless.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know how to fix any of it.
Can we reach the floating orbs?
No.
Okay.
They're quite high in the air.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds you of the sun rising and setting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wonder if that's a clock. Well.
Well, this is awkward.
In a little bit of a bind.
Can I try to fumble through one of my pouches and pull out parrot grass and attempt to eat it just to see if it will do anything? Because I still have a lot of parrot grass. I ruined that little section of forest altogether.
Yeah. You take some pearl grass and you feel a bit better, but not mechanically speaking.
I'm still really concerned about Namari because shit is not working on her. So I'm gonna try and cast protection from evil and good on her.
Okay.
Hmm.
And that protects against desecrated ground.
Yeah, it's basically like celestials, fiends, blah blah blah.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
It does not seem to have any effect on her.
It was a thought.
We could try and take a short rest and see if the time makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
For now, that's the only thing I can think of as well.
Okay. So you'll take a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do, slowly over the period of time, the darkness abates.
There we go.
And you all begin to see once again your intelligence restores to its natural levels, and you all heal
Thank God.
via the novel shot.
Question. Can I check out that ring and do Song of Rest?
Yeah, Song of Rest just happens. You don't pick it.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, just checking.
Are we 5 or 4?
That's
You're level 5.
Song of Rest is a d6, right?
Yeah.
But he has to roll.
I was wondering if it rolled up with me, but
Okay.
it didn't. Oh, and it's a 6. Well done for everyone.
Hey,
Beautiful.
that's exactly what I needed to get back to full. Thanks, Jamie.
You're welcome. But I still need to roll some hit dice anyway.
As Gun's vision comes back, she looks at Tristan and goes, "Fuck your gaudy Christ, I forgot for a second."
Thank God.
I mean, I was... never mind.
Oh yeah, daylight's gone now. Shit.
Yeah, daylight has gone, but the drift globe is still there, so you can
Yeah.
still see.
That was a scary little time we had there.
I hated that.
Takes a little second, but Ronan's like, it clicks that they can see now because he's had his eyes closed still.
I mean, it wasn't just like your eyes being blind. It was this constant sense of oppression around you.
Mm-hmm.
So did I find out what that ring did? Oh, sorry.
Yes, it is a ring of arcane harmony. Every time you cast a spell, which is one spell slot level higher than the previous spell, it gains a charge. Loses all charges when you cast a spell that is of a non-successive spell slot. If it reaches 3 charges, the next spell is cast as if that spell had the heightened spell meta magic.
I think I'm still on -4 intelligence. What?
You're not. Your intelligence has gone back to.
I know
It's
that
a
was
joke.
just a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So essentially, it's like it sounds to me like cast first level, gain a charge. Cast second level, gain a charge. Cast third level, gain a charge. Once you get third level, you now activate heightened meta magic on your next spell cast.
Yeah.
But
So-
if you cast second first, you lose charges.
What about cantrip first?
Cantrip
Second?
counts as 0. So cantrip counts as spell level 0.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. So, but basically, if I cast a cantrip and then first level, does that
You get
then put a charge in?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So you can go 0, 1, 2, or you can do 1, 2, 3, or you can do 4, 5, 6, or
Yeah. I was just checking in terms of how low I could start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So as that is clear from all of you, you look back and that darkness is still pooling into that room behind you. Where you just,
I really hope we don't need to go back in there.
We got the heart fragment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I show everyone now. Can see.
And it was a dead end, right?
it was just a cave at the end. Like it just looked like it had been dug out, possibly by magical means.
Did it look like, you know, when the Mari zapped something? Like that kind of boring effect?
Yeah, but much bigger.
You just call me boring.
So,
Hey.
what would you like to do now?
Head in the
Well,
other
there
direction,
should be
I
2
guess.
more around, right? How bad can it be?
Oh, don't ask that.
Is there any
That's
way
just
we can seal up that passage?
There's plenty of bookshelves you could sort of like put in the way.
Yeah, I can just tip one over in front.
I'll help Gun too.
Yeah, so both of you just slam a bunch of these huge bookcases on top. They're huge. They're stone bookcases as well, so they just it's just countless books destroyed as they just seal up this
Necessary evil.
passage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's fine for a time that you can read.
They're all useless books anyway. They're blank. No, I'm just kidding.
So,
So it sounds like we should head to that residential area down the corridor.
I mean, there were a couple of other different directions we could go.
there was a door to the right on that in the hallway you were in just before this one.
Oh,
What
yeah.
we marked.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that door.
Let's
Okay.
use that one.
Mm-hmm.
Lead the way, dwarf.
So as you go back, you make your way across that hallway. And at the other end, there's actually 2 doors here, but you can see they don't go far, but they both go to the same place. It just seems to be a sort of grandiose effect. And on the other side, there is like an atrium, and you see at the end of it is a house. The very square, like flat-roofed houses of the dwarfs that has been built up, and is bristling with strange objects that are like built from stone and wood that look like catapults, but with barrels instead of levers. There are these coils with balls on top. There are nets draped across large numbers of boxes. You've seen something like this before. Gun. You've always walked past it going, ooh, ah. Because this is what all dwarf kids walk past and go, ooh, ah. This is the house of the High Tinker. This is the person responsible for dwarven innovation.
There's a little excited giggle that comes out of Gun. Like very,
What was-
very quickly.
Who's that? Is there another shadow creature around?
No. This is a place that I loved as a kid. This is where the the High Tinker lives. Like,
And who are they?
basically all the really cool shit that dwarves have. All the cool inventions and stuff, like crossbows and carts and catapults and all the inventions that you humans take for granted that we made. These people. These people made this.
Well, let's
I
go
love
take a look
how
at it
that
then.
was you humans, one human in pie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you two are half elves. So...
Yeah, it was 1 and 2 halves.
Okay, so 2 humans.
So, as you walk forward here, the door is ajar into this house.
So if there's a tinkerer inside, or was a tinkerer inside, what are the odds? There's some really fucked up inventions that will blow us up when we step out of line.
Well, hopefully 0.
Just be careful.
Knowing our luck very high.
Okay, you go first, and I put both my hands on Gun's shoulders and give her guidance.
With a little shove, like, hey!
Yeah.
So, as you walk in, you push the door aside, and you see in this interior is just a cacophony of things dangling from the ceiling all against walls, and all of it covered in near nonsensical scrawling. The walls have it carved in, parts of it are painted, just huge streaks that go across bookcases that are now just covered in paint. You have dwarven runes, and most of them words which don't mean anything. You see the occasional light, lantern, and then things like thing, just odd words that don't seem to mean anything in particular. Just complete nonsense are just scrawled in every single conceivable place in here. The inside of the High Tinker's house is, for the most part, one large open room where there is a small stair which goes up to the personal quarters. But it is just a complete mess in here. And you notice that sat in a chair next to a large table upon which are various different notebooks and a very fancy looking crossbow that has a box where the bolt should go, and a large stack of bolts sat next to it. There is, sat in this chair, wearing, looks to be a dressing gown, silk dressing gown at once, just slumped forward, holding something cupped in their hands, with big, thick goggles on their face, is a skeleton.
Well, looks like the tinker didn't make it.
Looks like he had a nicer end than most.
Yeah, he isn't hiding in a temple shrieking at people.
Be holding.
I don't know. But if you notice, they're in a dressing gown. Whatever happened quickly.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't kitted out for war.
Maybe he's given in. Accepted his fate.
I will cautiously approach the desk, making sure that I'm not going to accidentally activate anything or trigger any traps.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I, because I have danger sense, can I see this effect?
Sure.
Cool, I have advantage.
Yeah.
Hey, was it saving throw?
Yes.
16 plus 6, 22.
You don't trip over a stack of books.
Hey, books are dangerous, man.
Then as you walk into this room, you see behind the chair is a huge set of brass doors that go floor to ceiling, square doors. And they're inscribed with something. They say, "Granted to us by grace and favor, upon the eve of our creation, below the earth, forged by sun and by heavens, our great strength, our most powerful relic, Tricarion."
I can't read that, so I'm going to yell to everyone that I'm checking out upstairs and go wander off up the stairs.
Okay. You wander upstairs and there's a small, simple bedroom in there that has an unmade bed, a small, like, desk side table with a burnt-out candle on it. It's very sparse, and a small chest of drawers.
Anything in there that looks worth taking?
The candlestick holder is solid silver.
Oh, I'll have that.
There's a tapestry that seemed to be semi-serviceable above the bed.
I'll roll that up and take that.
All right, yeah. There's a chamber pot that's also solid silver.
I'm not going to take that.
Okay.
I mean, it's old enough that anything that was in it is fossilized or evaporated, so you're all right.
Oh, that doesn't change things.
It's evaporated.
So I can tell you one doesn't back down the stairs with a tapestry under our arm, probably bigger than she is.
And a candlestick.
All right,
That's
Jean, where you going?
You know,
I was thinking Scrooge for some reason.
gotta take what you can get. I mean, I don't think the guy with the chains is going to pay as much.
Fair enough.
I mean,
So the tinker skeleton has the fancy crossbow.
The fancy crossbow's on the desk.
Yeah, what's
on the table.
in the hands? Because I would go up.
In its hands is a small piece of black flesh covered in slime that beats.
Oh, I think this is the next part.
This is far too easy. Just
Yep.
saying.
holding it.
I'm gonna take it.
Tristan, can I stick this in the bag of holding, please?
I can mage hand it
Yeah.
up if you.
Gun just was like, oh, next part.
You pick it up, it's incredibly slimy in your hands.
Can I point out that we just found the first part with the circle, the magic people, and you were like, oh, these are important. And now you were like, oh, all of our cool stuff comes from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's important. We found another piece. Who's the third most important after the thing? You've got the circle, you've got the high tinker, and who?
There would be the elf dragon.
They're a fairly recent addition.
Oh, okay.
It would probably be
Elf
the
dragon.
Elf Dragon. Yeah. That would probably be the upper clans.
Hey. Okay. There are there's a nobility kind of system in dwarven holds. It'd be the upper clans.
I don't suppose you'd know where we'd find where they used to be.
No, each hold is different. There's roughly the same stuff inside one, but and also this one's ancient. This one's old, so old. I don't know half the stuff in here.
The Gold Hall, as it's known, is generally where the upper clans convene. It's like a giant auction house, essentially.
So Ronan had a really good point. The circle, the tinker. Was this a coup? Or did the Thane do something and this was their attempt to stop it? Did they curse him?
If it was a coup, it didn't go super well.
Yeah. So far, my thoughts have been, we seen that the circle didn't activate the guardians. We just walked past them. There were things there.
Mm-hmm.
We seen something blocking off the entrance to go down to this area. We see the High Tinker who is in a dressing gown. We see the circle who blasted a hole in the wall and ran. It is all not something that came from outside. This is something that happened inside.
Mm-hmm.
And the Thane said something about like looking, or like something about their folly was, I don't know, it seems like as a collective they did something and it happened instantly.
Well, what they were looking for was the light, and what they got was the darkness.
I think we might get a bit more answers behind that door. And I point to the big bronze doors.
Ah,
At least according to the inscription.
let's push them on open.
Make a religion check for me, Gun.
Before we do, can I check out the crossbow?
As you pick the crossbow up, it's magic.
That's
Can I
a
have
six.
anything else around the room? Just if there's a tinkerer.
There's various different things, but tucked into the dressing gown of the High Tinker is a book. But the crossbow is definitely magical, Ronan.
I would like to read the book.
Okay.
I'll get a sense of
Never
what the book
came
is.
from reading a book.
No, never.
So you read through the book, and it is the personal journal. And the early entries are just detailing various different creations of. You read about something called a trebuchet, which you've heard about before. But this is a dwarven trebuchet, and it apparently can throw a ton of stone. There's various other inventions going through there. There's a sanitation system, something called a toilet.
That's a good dwarven invention.
There's aqueducts. You see all different things here created by this High Tinker. It has a dating system, but it's not one that you recognize. It uses letters instead of numbers for a date. And then there reaches a point where it starts talking about creating lanterns.
Oh, wait up.
A new shipment of lanterns created today. The light is getting brighter down here. It's easier to see. The mine has gotten easier to traverse thanks to this new light. The Circle Court have created a new set of lanterns today. I must make bigger lanterns for these. This light is harder to capture. Then the priests came to visit today. They said this might be dangerous. We should hold off on doing any more until we talk to the other halls. The circle says no. I just want to make more lanterns. And it starts getting slightly crazier and slightly crazier about lanterns. But then seems to fix itself. The writing gets back to normal again. It talks about creating a very large lantern to go in the Fane's throne room. This will make us the coolest, essentially. It's dwarven with the cool. You get the feeling this guy doesn't write very professionally. Then it's like, thankfully I don't have to make any more lanterns now. I can start work on my creation, my ultimate creation. I will use the relic to create Galkrish. And then it goes on and on and on about talking about Galkrish. And every now and again it references the big lantern again. And every time it references the big lantern, the scripture gets really wonky again.
Okay, guys. Whatever was happening didn't seem like it was actually that quick. The madness, judging by the book, it seems the madness was seeping in. Again, something to do with these lanterns and capturing a specific type of light. They needed, the head tinkerer's, expertise just to be able to capture this light. Then apparently there's a really big one in the Thane's Hall, and we know how he ended up. So, maybe proceed with caution if we ever go near there. He also had his own ultimate creation he was wanting to work on after finding this relic.
No, making.
Making.
After using the relic.
All right.
Yeah, we've heard this relic before. Like, they're the ultimate relic of this hold.
That's written on the door, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Our great strength, our most powerful relic, Tricarion.
Do we want to open the doors or no?
I mean, we've got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it's the relic that's partially responsible for the corruption or whatever, then...
Or if that leads to his workshop, maybe it's this Galkrish.
Okay. So are you opening the doors? So, you push open the doors and it strangely echoes beyond as this cool blast of air hits you. Not that, the harsh coldness of when you first opened the gates, but just a refreshing coolness that you hadn't felt. And looking inside, you do not see any pockets of that dark mist. The interior is pristine, and it is a large cavern with a staircase that winds down into what looks to be an underground lake that you can see. Just the water glistens as the reflected light of the drift globe.
Not again. Not again.
I guess we slowly start making our way down these stairs then.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we have a pan.
Okay. So as you make your way down the stairs, the noise reverberates off the walls, and as you see now, you're spiraling down these stairs, and there is an island in the center of the lake. As you get down closer, the stairs spiral down and down and down, and in the center of this island is a tall tower. And eventually, you get to the end of the stairs, and there is a small pontoon, next to which floats a boat. And you can see this island in the distance.
Does it look like many of us will fit in said boat?
It's a fairly decent boat. It'd take both of you to row it, like 2 people to row it, and it would fit all of you.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Really?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
It's cool, and that refreshing sort of underground that groundwater spring smell in the air. It's strangely peaceful in the darkness.
Like compared to some of the stuff we've seen in, other rooms, this is nice.
Mm.
All right. I will hop in and sit on one of the oars.
and I'll sit on the other.
Okay.
I'll go to like the front of the boat. Not proud.
Just go around in circles because I'm not quite used to being absolute fucking ripped yet. I'm pulling on oars too tight.
So
Yeah, I think your strength is like 8 higher than mine now.
as that happens for a bit, and then you eventually get used to it a bit, and making your way over to the island where there's a second pontoon. As you drift over the water, it's that silence that's been so pervasive throughout the keep, but here it's calmer. There's that sort of sense of reverence rather than that sense of oppression. And eventually you make your way to the other pontoon. You tie up the boat. You step out. Before you now lies this tower. There is a door locked at the front, made from what looks to be a strange green tinged metal. There's a heavy keyhole in it. And in front of the door, there is an area of paved ground. There is a forge and a mold in the shape of a key. The forge is lit, an ever-burning flame flickers within its reaches. It's hot, stoked. And an inscription above the entrance to the forge reads, "Power giveth to giveth power."
So sounds like we need to melt some stuff down.
Yeah.
Anybody got any surplus metal?
Is there any by the
Somehow I
forge?
don't feel like that's gonna just standard metal's gonna cut it.
Anybody have any surplus good metal? The good stuff.
How long does detect magic last?
Oh, good question.
I think it's 10 minutes.
I mean, I can cast it again.
If it lasts 10 minutes, there's just enough of it up to realize that the inscription and the
Yeah.
lock are magic.
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I think you're right. This is not standard. There's magic in the inscription itself. The lock. Where's the lock exactly? Just
It's in the door.
Yeah.
And there's like no ore or molten metal around by any chance.
Nothing like that, no.
I mean, if it wants us to melt down magical things, we don't have a whole lot of them going spare.
We don't have it going spare, but we do have it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is this not more just a trial to prove that you're worthy of getting in by forging the key?
I can forge.
I mean, trial or not, we still need materials.
I try
I
not
can
to
just-
think
make
about the
something,
beautiful
but-
big magical sword on my back.
Yeah, I'm just hoping we don't have to use magical materials.
I
It's useful.
I did promise I'd give that dagger back, is the thing.
Well, I mean, the first thing I thought of was your fancy new belt.
But it is about power, and that gives me power. But it's
It's only
made
a
of
small-
stone.
It's only a small mold, by the way.
It's only a small mold.
And we're sure it has to be magical.
Not
You think
entirely.
it has to be magical?
No.
Wait, the box.
Okay,
and the
wait a minute.
crossbow. The box and the crossbow.
I've got. Yeah, well, the crossbow, yeah, there's much metal to the crossbow.
It's gilted, but it's mostly wood.
Let's not
Yeah.
waste a magical item yet, and I pull out one of my
Let's
hand
try.
axes.
No, hang on, keep your hand axe, and I'll pull out one of my pots. It's literally brilliant metal.
But
It's
the
like-
omelette you made the other day was magic. That was really good.
And I'll be okay, melt that shit down then. Not that, it's, I got it from the family, but whatever. Okay, go.
I'll forge you a new one.
So you
I'll
put
help
the
you.
put the pot into the forge,
Mhm.
and it heats up and heats up and heats up and heats up, but does not melt.
That's weird.
That is weird.
It's not that good. Like that, the pot is class, but does not do that.
It's like white hot at this point. It should be melting, but it is not.
Well, maybe it's the type of metal. Maybe it wants a specific type of metal. I mean, Tilly did find that silver candlestick.
I mean, it does say power is the thing, and I'm not sure there's much power in a candlestick.
I know.
I don't
Do
know if
we
you ever watched
The
these
right
EastEnders.
wielder.
Do we still have the plate medallion?
No.
Okay.
And
Pretty sure it's like super sacrilege to melt down a symbol of Moradin anyway, so let's not do that. Cleric.
It was a thought. It was a thought. Look, I know that holy symbols hold power. It was a thought.
I'm gonna hold one of my hand axes in the fire to see if that melts.
It does not melt, but you do burn your arm for 1 point of fire damage.
Ow. Well, good job, old Uncle Olaf isn't there to see that, because he told me about that so many times. Sword.
Wait. Is that your only thing to fight with?
It's fine, I have axes and my fists.
So you're only two-handed thing to fight with, and the sword is a lot bigger than the size of the mold of the key.
I can forge it into a small shot sword.
If someone's gonna put something in their gun, it should be me. I can do better without this dagger than you could do without that big sword.
Are you sure? Because he's really cool how he does that coming back to you thing. That's really fucking useful.
I can buy more daggers to throw. They don't have to come back if I have 20.
Alright,
I
only if
will-
you're sure.
Go ahead and put that dagger in there.
Okay. And very quickly, it melts down into the crucible.
I look a little bit smug and also very disappointed.
Let me just take away that. No, it's not on there.
Go ahead and make me a nice key gun.
I shall forge the key.
So you and you make a key. And it cools incredibly quickly.
I'll make you a new dagger, I promise you. That'll be better than this one.
I pull out two just from like inside my clothing. I'm just like, okay. It's fine.
Yeah,
Call me
that's
Tilly.
daggers now, but it's not a dwarven dagger, so you know.
They call me Tilly 9 daggers. You used to call me Tilly 10 daggers.
Alright, let's slap the key in the lock.
So as you twist, the doors open by themselves. And as you look inside, the interior here immediately is lit up by a series of braziers around the edge. Stepping inside, you see now in the center of the room on a dais is a great anvil festooned with religious symbols, covered in runes, gilded filigree and Celtic patterns cover the entirety of this anvil, but a great crack is rent down the center, and it dips in the middle, broken in two. Floating just above it, there, in the center, is a dwarven-made claw that fits over the hand and forearm. It is bronzen, and each finger ends in a sharp, angular talon. Dwarven scripture covers the bands which hold the forearm on, and on the back of the forearm, the gauntlet, deep purple obsidian lines insets in the back.
Holy shit.
Purple, excellent choice.
I put a hand on gun and say, "You might not need to make me a dagger."
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
How high is this thing floating?
It's just like an inch off of this anvil. You might have to climb up the anvil a bit to get it, but
Oh yeah, I do that, and it's very funny.
yeah. And then just put your hand inside the claw.
Sure, yeah.
As you put your hand inside, it immediately shrinks down to fit. As you twist it in your hand, you feel more powerful than any magic item that you have felt before.
Uh-oh.
Twists in your grip.
This feels real good, guys.
Any urge to eat someone?
Any urge to eat anyone's dirt?
No.
No, I just feel good.
You're
Cool.
in control of your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't really. Not a stabbing weapon so much. Can't throw this either. I don't think.
I think
But it'll
the
do.
Clawson were really nice.
You do like to
Yeah.
punch people.
I do. You've noticed.
Yes. I have absolutely noticed.
I hop on down from the anvil.
It might make things easier to grab onto as well with the extra purchase.
Yeah.
As you hop down from the anvil, your foot catches on the anvil, and
Oh, cool.
part of a small sliver, about 2 inches long, breaks off the anvil and rolls down.
I assume I fall on my face.
No. You hop down. It's just this piece, like where your foot is broken off. Just falls down.
I'll pick
And
it
rolls
up.
towards the group.
Are anvils supposed to do that?
No.
No.
You pick it up.
Yeah.
The anvil is stone. It just has this crack in the center of it. You pick it up, and the sheer, unbelievable magical power that overtakes your mind for a moment, it is like blacking out for a split moment with the sheer splendor of what you're holding in your hand. Then you feel a sense of sorrow at the destruction of whatever this is.
I
I'm
feel
just
at
kind
this point I'm gonna just start crying anyway because of, well, you know.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Fuck.
Oh, boy.
This is the most anime shit, by the fucking way. This music. Oh my god.
That's because it's from Nier Automata.
I recognize it.
Right, well, thank you everyone for joining us this week as we plunge even deeper into Kalraz Hoggle. Perhaps next week, if you join us then, will be the end of this saga as our adventuring party finds the last piece of the heart and ventures forward.
I'm probably gonna maul someone.
You're probably going to maul someone.
Give it a good 1-2.
But thank you very much for joining us. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to give us a follow. Let us know as well. You can catch all of our Twitter handles below us. Please tell us if you enjoyed it or not. We appreciate your feedback. Aside from that, you can catch up on this show on YouTube. The link will be in the chat momentarily or right now, or it already will have been posted. In addition to that, there is other roleplay shows on this channel, such as Bike Club, which will also be on the YouTube. Susie streams on this channel every weekday night, apart from Thursdays, and does all sorts from games to role-playing games, as you can see right here, to art. She's currently doing a drawing of Not from Critical Role.
Just to add on to the Bike Club thing, Bike Club is now becoming available as a podcast, which I got the confirmation email today. It's also going up on iTunes. So there's a direct link that I'm putting in chat now, but you'll be able to search it within the next 2 days. But it's also
Fantastic.
up on Podbean, which I will link. But basically I'm going to upload those and they'll go out at the same time as the YouTube videos.
All right. Fantastic. Make sure to catch on Bike Club. It's hilarious. Myself, Jamie, Tristan, Damari, which is Lydia, and Marissa, who's a wonderful comics pro, who's not here right now, are all on that. It is fantastic. We'll say thank you again for Angie for joining us for these sessions, as I hopefully make her a little bit spooked. Of course, as well, catch Aaron's game, A Hat in Time. Not just Aaron's game. Aaron worked on it.
There's other people involved.
Other people involved. They're all lovely. That's what I've heard. I've not actually spoken to any of them. Do catch that. It's available on all major consoles apart from Switch and PC.
And Steam, yes. And Good Old Games as well, I think.
Oh, and Good Old Games. Well, there you go. Make sure to catch Stevie whenever Stevie streams too. Stevie streams pretty much every night, every weekday night, from 11 p.m. till 2 a.m. and whenever else he feels like it, because Stevie's cool like that. So make sure to catch that whenever he's on. And for now, unless anyone else has anything to say.
Yeah. And if they are anywhere near Edinburgh, then watch out for April 13th, Friday the 13th, if you ever wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons in an actual haunted location, the Southbridge Vaults in Edinburgh's Southbridge. I'll be running a little one-shot there from midnight till I don't know how long, to be honest, how long people are wanting to dig around. And follow me on Twitter, half-assed hermit, for more information once the whole thing goes live. There'll be more opportunities after the Friday the 13th, so super exclusive.
Yeah. So thank you very much once again for joining us all, and we will see you guys next week, 8 p.m. Mondays, GMT, right here for Kureon.